Hello everyone, and we are back here for Southwest Wrestling Fool's Gold. We have got ourselves a tag team match for the Southwest Wrestling Tag Team titles, and we have got a lot of meat on display. Buzzsaw Bronson, Jim Diehard.
Introducing team number 1. Buzzsaw Bronson and Diehard Jim. The Meat Grinders.
The Meat Grinder is here, and good lord, are they wanting to get some gold. Big Jim Diehard, Buzzsaw Bronson, the absolute mass on display here is incredible. Two vicious animals craving the blood of those who come across them. I do not pity the teams involved that have to take on the Meat Grinder and our colleague James Taylor being stared daggers down by Buzzsaw Bronson. James, I can say from experience, my friend, get out of there while you can.
And introducing team number 2.
Now this team has been put together by the Southwest Wrestling Commissioner. Every time, Mr. Fox, you've got the experience of JD Knight. You've got the viciousness of Ripper Reed. Together, they are the Night Rippers.
Making our way to the ring. The Blonde Marble, Ripper Reed. And JD Knight. They are the Night Rippers.
You have got the viciousness of Ripper Reed, recently making his debut at Southwest Wrestling at Hit Me With Your Best Shot. And you've got the Southwest Wrestling veteran of JD Knight. JD Knight offering a little bit of tutelage to Ripper Reed. But these two are a very dangerous combination. And they want some gold to boot, but they have to get through our champions.
And introducing team number 3.
They have to get through one of the hardest working teams in Southwest Wrestling. Scratch that, the entire wrestling scene. Joe Redmond and the English Lion, Eddie Ryan.
They are the SWW Tag Team Champions. Joe Redmond, Eddie Ryan, the Professionals.
The Professionals have held on to those new Southwest Wrestling titles for a long time now. They've taken care, they have defeated, shall I say, gold standards to get those new titles. They've taken care of Josh Knott and Jordan Sparks. And they are what I would say is one of the most dominant Southwest Wrestling champions we have had. A job well done is a job done professionally, and you get no further professionals than Joel Redmond and Eddie Ryan. I have talked about the accolades of both men exclusively for eons, and obviously, as mentioned, they have set up their own individual schools, passing their knowledge down to some very fortunate students. And they look to the future, but we look to the present now with those Southwest Wrestling Tag Team titles. This is going to be a fluster clock at its finest. Our official Rory White has got a lot to do for today. We are operating under rules of that the tag teams must tag themselves in order to get into the match. So say if any of the meat grinders tag in Joel or Ripper, they go in. So to start off, we've got Joel Redman versus Ripper Reed. Ripper Reed has got, even in his young career, so much experience. He lists William Regal and Davey Boy Smith as inspirations. He came off an excursion in Japan, but he cannot live up to the experience that Joel Redman has gathered over his long, prosperous wrestling career. Waistlock, reversed, roll through there by Reed. Atomic drop there on Redman. Down goes Ripper. Catapult through onto that turnbuckle. Tag Redman to Ryan. Ripper will be looking to get some R&R. And Ryan and Redman will be looking to deliver. Double hip toss. First cover. Two. First fall. First attempted fall goes to the professionals. Ripper creating a little bit of space. JD Knight and Eddie Ryan is a rivalry that goes back to the Southwest Wrestling Open Heavyweight, well, I say that, to the Southwest Wrestling Heavyweight Championship Tournament. JD and Ryan also competed in a chain match at Nightmare Before Crimbo, so these two know each other exclusively and very well. But Ryan thus far with a atomic drop and suplex combination. And a close 2 count there. You can see the mass of Big Jim Diehard. Fireman's carry. Wasteland maneuver, but look at Ripper Reed laying in the knee to the lumbar of Eddie Ryan. And JD Knight hoping to capitalize, but not quite. Eddie Ryan laying in some vicious elbows, but there is Reed once again. The youngest member of the Night Rippers proving dividends once again. And just look at this barrage by Buzzsaw Bronson on Eddie Ryan on the outside. Bronson and Diehard. A couple of sharks smelling blood. Just when you think the outside is safe, you've got Buzzsaw and Diehard in the immediate vicinity. And look at Knight taking advantage. Big clubbing blow to the back. And there is the classic JD rocks, JD sucks exchange between JD and pretty much all of the Southwest Wrestling audience, wherever we go. Huge shotgun shot there by Ripper Reed. Only a 2 there. You have to talk about the aggressiveness of Reed as well. I mean, like, you just look at him, at the chiseled stature of Reed. Tag Reed to Knight. Big double back elbow there. And you look again at Diehard just coming in, wanting to break that up. So far, the Night Rippers have been taking on the professionals very well. They have kept them grounded. They've kept particularly Eddie Ryan grounded extremely well. And that's been due to the savviness of Knight and the viciousness of Reed. Big snap suplex, 2. No wasted motion on that snap suplex. Just quick, clean from Ripper Reed. And there we go, tagged in Buzzsaw Bronson, tagged in Ripper Reed. So there's now meat grinders and the professionals one-on-one. And you can see the frustration on Reed there. Buzzsaw Bronson just laying in the barrage onto Eddie Ryan. Buzzsaw Bronson, former Southwest Wrestling heavyweight champion. He once held me hostage in a ring, and I still have nightmares about it to this day. But it is a good day to die hard. Big Jim Diehard. just an absolute specimen too. Big kick out by Ryan there. Big Jim Diehard has been a Southwest Wrestling foundation for years now. Ryan versus Diehard. Ducks for line. Up! Spine buster! Cover! 2! No! So close. So close. Tag. Diehard to Buzzsaw. Just flinging Eddie Ryan into the ropes like he was a piece of meat. Big leg drop. You see the vibrations going down Ryan's body. 1, 2. And just a break up there by Knight. That was clever. He was close to the action. The savviness of Knight. The crowd firmly behind Knight. But big scoop slam there. The crowd want the professionals to win. But then there's a tag. Ripper to Buzzsaw. Turnabout fair play. And there's just a very heated conversation between Meat Grinders and the Ripper Knights. The Knight Rippers, should I say. But look at Ryan. Ryan's on top. Big crossbody. Eddie Ryan throwing himself into a pool of people. You talk about the lion's share. Eddie Ryan got his fill. Tag. Ryan to Redmond. And here comes the absolute destructive force of Joe Redmond picking Diehard up like he was nothing. Irish whip from Knight and Reed. Double clothesline. Taking him down. And Joe Redmond is on fire. And the Ripper Knights are terrified. Big dive there by Ryan. Big knee from Redmond to Ripper. But spear! Reed spearing Knight out of his boots. Thrust kick. Fireman's carry. Death Valley driver. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, Eddie Ryan and Joe Redmond, they're professional.
A job well done is a job professionally done. Taking on all comers, taking on all teams. It doesn't matter if you're the Meat Grinder, it doesn't matter if you are the Night Rippers, the professionals. Eddie Ryan and Joe Redmond once again stake their claim to be arguably the greatest tag team champions Southwest Wrestling has seen thus far. They are the crowd favourites. They are the critics' favourites. You can't argue with the experience and the quality of the professionals. With those belts around their waist, I've got a feeling they are going to be tag team champions for a long, long time.